Things are bubbling up quite nicely here. A healthy whiff of expectation laced with the odd infusion of nerves. Everyone knows what's at stake here. The chance to play on a grander stage. It is time now to focus. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, the greatest goal threat down below us, Peter, is Michael Owen.
Forever the boy wonder. Burst onto the world scene, of course, in such sensational style and left us with that unforgettable impression.
Yeah, and he'll forever be remembered for that, Peter, but his catch-me-if-you-can style of finishing and one-on-one duels with keepers, it became the norm.
Absolutely so, and I guess we're all expecting him to notch a goal or two here. And it's pulled back. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Spread it left. Looking for options for movement. It's a promising position. Nice control. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And he shoots! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And we have our very first corner. Tries to get it clear. Decent chance! And now they can spring out of defence. Looking to play him in. Driving on and making good progress. Oh, and the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. Bruno Guimaraes! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
That has not gone well. Bruno Guimaraes does well to get it back. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's plain for all to see who has settled into this game with the greater superiority. Now for a goal.
Well, that's an excellent interception. Lampard with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Nicely weighted ball. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Tries a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Brazil certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Tries to play it through. Now it's Vinicius Junior. It's a good ball out wide. He's found space here. To Roberto. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And the through ball. Now it's Foden. Incomington. Impressive jump. Denied by an instinctive save.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Owen. Good chance here. Now that wasn't a bad hit by any means.
Well, that was the one I actually thought he was going to produce. It's a good effort keeping it down like that.
Pass somewhat off target. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Scholes. Abraham is onto this. He's got away. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, it's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He learned from it.
And here's Neymar. Foden. It's a pretty loose pass. That pass has been well intercepted. Spread out to the left. Vinicius Junior providing an outlet on that flank. Great, he's had a shot! Goal! Brazil! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
After 37 minutes is number 27.
Brazil have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that silenced the crowd, Peter. Item 1 on the to-do list. Done.
Well, that's well spotted.
Brazil have turned up with a human blockade. This is top.
Just the keeper in his way.
Brazil can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And this is Neymar. Serginho. Lampard. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Marquinhos. And this is Neymar.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Not the most accurate pass. That's a shade optimistic. Now it's Owen. And we've reached half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Brazil go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
Is currently being displayed
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Brazil have played well here and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Brazil currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Marquinhos. And this is Owen. Well, they could break here. He might be in here. That is a crunching tackle. He's a sharp little ball here. Lampard. That's a good ball. Shot, surely! Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Well read, nice interception. No, again there's no way through.
Brazil have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Has a look and place it forward. Oh, that pass isn't the best. That is good alertness. Still just a single goal between the sides. He's found a way through. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. And now a sudden chance to counter. Marquinhos. Vinicius Junior going face-to-face with his great rival. Lampard, and he's got away from him. Shoots! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly...
Big chance! Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Beckham.
That's good play from him.
Beckham with the cross. And that is expertly dealt with. Now it's Neymar, distributed tidily. Now it's Rafinha. Lampard. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Brazil have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
What do you would...
It scores! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
England, number 10.
Corner number 2 then.
Coming on the field is number 11.
Brazil are looking to go forward now. That has ended up in no man's land. Beckham. Another corner. Any better luck this time round?
Substitution for England. Number
Beckham
6
standing over it.
scores. Number 90, Tammy Abraham. Coming on the field.
Brazil
Number
have the
8,
chance to go the other way.
Bellingham.
He's going for goal!
Number 20, Rashford.
And he couldn't quite
Substitution
find the
in progress.
target.
Just couldn't quite control it. Nothing wrong with the height and the contact.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Well, nicely intercepted. Brazil have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Now it's come to nothing. Now it's Neymar.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Oh, that's a very decent ball now. And this is Beckham. Oh, good climb. And that could have brought them level.
Oh, they really needed him to put that away.
Now that looks a decent ball. Nice interception, well timed. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
England clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And it's Lampard. Threads one in. Oh no, this does not look good. It's a pretty loose pass. Gerrard has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Look, Peter, what they need now are cool heads and discipline, and instead it looks like they've got a liability in their side.
And this is the big chance. Beckham! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then. Brazil can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now. It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Can he finish? And he hits the net. They have stolen level at the last. Simplicity itself.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum, which augurs well if this goes to extra time.
Now it's Rashford. Well, that's well seen too. So that means another 30 minutes football. So we are still gridlocked.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
So a brief break, and then we will be back for more.
Coming on the field,
Oh, we are already up and running again.
Number 3.
Brazil conceded an equaliser late on.
Taking place.
Now they have to do it all again. Do they have what it takes? That's the keeper's ball. And the keeper's given it away. And he's managed to get free. No way through. Serginho. Kyle Walker. Palmer. And they can counter here. He's shifting through the gears here. Rashford stood his ground strongly. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And this is Neymar! Oh, it's hit the post! That's been drilled forward. Serginho looking to add to his goal. Rodrigo. Great defending, strong and determined. Chance for a shot! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
Oh, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
He leaps for it! Another one of football's and how moments. Chips it through. Now it's Rashford, and it's Rashford. Goes down, but nothing given. Kane. He's looking wide. Alexander-Arnold. Walker finding himself in space. So there's the whistle, and we will have a brief break. So nothing yet in extra time to make a difference. This, the final 15 minutes, for someone to do something.
Substitution for England, number 7, Gerrard.
And so the last chance to find a winner.
Number 15, Henderson.
It has been a slugfest. Significant blows landed, but still no knockout. And that has left him in a heap. Walker promptly onto that, and that is that. Aimed beyond the defence. That ball looks a good one. Linton, Casemiro, Matheus Cunha. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. It'll be a throw-in. Cafu just loves to go forward whenever he can. Rashford receives it in a wide position. That's a sharp pass. And here's Palmer. Quality ball. Palmer was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He has found a way through. Very nicely done. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Kane picked out brilliantly. And a chance! Oh, he's done it! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Well, they've done the hard part, now to survive. And that will be it. Brazil are beaten, and they are out. No reflections then, Jim.
Brazil really looked like they were just second to
A moment to savour for all of us. Lined up on the start line, their eyes fixed on the prize. It is the ultimate calm before the inevitable storm. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're up and running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Harry Kane. He's a deadly finisher, Peter, obviously, but he can contribute much more than that for his team. He's got the physical presence to hold the ball up and the awareness to bring pretty much everyone else into play. His best attributes, however, might be his enthusiasm, his energy, and his desire to win, because those things become infectious to others.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Nico Williams. And here's Yamal. Now it's Pedri. Pedri proves just a little bit too strong. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Eric Garcia does really well to win the ball there. That's a good ball out wide. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Casado. It's a pretty loose pass. Bellingham powering forward here. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Pedri. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Yamal! Goal! Spain! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So, a breakthrough already. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Real chance! And that's a sharp finish. Dixon. Gerrard. That's a little off target. And it's Pedri. Pedri has got himself a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. Now it's Kane.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Pedri going forward. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Heady ambitions here, ahead of a game of massive consequence. The objectives are clear. To miss out on them would be unthinkable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Harry Kane. He's a deadly finisher, Peter, obviously, but he can contribute much more than that for his team. He's got the physical presence to hold the ball up and the awareness to bring pretty much everyone else into play. His best attributes, however, might be his enthusiasm, his energy, and his desire to win, because those things become infectious to others.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Tomori. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Dixon. Oh, he's been caught napping. Great chance! He's delivered all right!
What a super start! A total shocker for the opponents. Talk about how to wrestle control. That's how you do it.
And that is a genuine, and that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, this is a critical game. A chance for the
Hello,
perfect
everybody,
statement
and
to
welcome to
any
today's
potential
match.
rival that you are
England
aiming higher
against
at their
Brazil.
expense. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, we're on the way. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Yeah, Casemiro. He gives them some...
Great chance! Goal, England! And that for him is goal number 10. So smooth, a signature finish.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
Number 17, Mason Greenwood.
England have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
That has really stirred things up, and if they carry on like this, things might even get louder here.
Watkins! Wonderful from Watkins! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Not one, but two. It is a dream start. He has given that the lot. Bang!
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
England are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency.
It's Rashford! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
England with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Brazil are looking to go forward now. That is good alertness. Spread out to the left. Rashford, he is through here. Eder Militao did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Rashford! They want to be quick to recover this. And it's Rice. Real chance!
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
It's Rashford! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Shifted it to the flank. Tries to pass it through. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Out of play for a throw. Bellingham. It's run loose, who's going to get there? And the shot! That's a lovely, neat pass. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Bellingham really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And it's going to be another one. So, third corner of the game. Oh, great leap! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Eder Militao. Zico. Marquinhos. And it's Roberto Carlos. Greenwood carries the ball down the right. He's got away. It's Greenwood! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Greenwood clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 4 coming up here. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he cuts out the supply. Rashford. Time and again they are repelled. And it's Bellingham. Marquinhos calmly anticipates. Bellingham is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's in a great position here. And they're quick to get it back. What's going wide left?
That's going in strongly.
Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Nicely weighted ball. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. England looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Vinicius Junior tries to play it through. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Looking for the run. Kaká! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Watkins. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Greenwood. And he's heaved it away. Out for a throw. Swung over. Spread it left. Kaká. Dixon. Rice.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Gabriel. Eder Militao. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Greenwood. And the pass is intercepted. Look at the space. It's Neymar! And there's a goal! And on the stroke of half-time, a priceless goal. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Brazil are such an...
And that is all they have time for. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Oh, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
England are leading, but it is still delicately poised. It's 2-1. So right back into the action. Knocks it into space. Well timed, excellent interception. And it's slung out wide. Denilson. No, not quite on the same wavelength. England have it back and can go again. Greenwood. Now it's Rice. And the through ball. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
And here's Saka. Ah, he's given it away. He has found the way through. Can he finish? And that's a good finish. And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
England go up by 2 and are looking good.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
That has found him in acres of space. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
He's on it, can he get away? Greenwood to Gerrard. That's destined for the flank. Rashford! And he has kept it out somehow.
Rashford actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
They're up to 5 corners now. And now they can spring out of defence. He steps in, and that's the end of that. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Vinicius Junior is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Good ball, good take. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Eder Militao, looking to play him in. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Rashford, and he's managed to get free. That's good play. Rashford going face-to-face with his great rival. Vinicius Junior. That's really well manoeuvred. Danielson, played back. Played out wide. Roberto Carlos. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner.
Substitutions taking place.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Punched away. There's the shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. Oh, he's seen that early. He's having a shot! England have the chance to go the other way. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Now it's Endrick. And he couldn't finish.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Corner number 3 coming up. Not the most convincing of passes. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, nicely intercepted. Aims beyond the defence. Crosses it in. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Number 17, Mason Greenwood. Number 21,
And a header!
Rashford.
Oh, crossbar!
Number 20,
And no, he couldn't find the
coming on the
finish.
field.
Oh, that miss could
Number
really prove
18,
costly. They don't want to be missing too many of those.
Number 47, Phil Foden. Number 11, Kane.
And here's Neymar. Tomori makes the interception. And that has left him in a heap. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And he is going into that little black book. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Not too many have the power or indeed the accuracy from this range. Would he dare to have a go? He went for the curler. Now that looks a decent ball. Now this could be a chance. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. England have themselves a chance from the spot. Alisson to save this spot kick and his team. Brilliant save from Alisson! Can he get it through? Now it's Neymar. He's had it taken off him. Saka. Now it's Kane.
There will be
Rice.
5 minutes added time.
Pass somewhat off target. That pass has been well intercepted. Not the most accurate pass. That's a good ball out wide. 5 minutes to add. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Poor robust challenge. Neymar. Lucas Paqueta. And we're done. England have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place for what was a very high-pressure game. I think it shows great maturity on the part of the players.
Well, hello and welcome to you all on this opening day.
Hello,
Two
everybody,
teams,
and welcome
each
to
seeking the
today's
perfect
match.
pick-me-up start at the expense of each other. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing and quick, he's very intelligent and usually that crucial split second ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, fabulous reader of the game.
And pretty much got it all.
England with the corner, they're first. France are looking to go forward now. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Pickford gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Bellingham. Greenwood. Ekitike. Ekitike going forward. He's shifting through the gears here. Can he finish? Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
OK, credit him for his willingness to run at people, but you really shouldn't be afforded so much space down the middle of the pitch.
So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Now, that's well seen too. That's a little off target. He's on it. Can he get away? And he is dashing away. And the shot! Goal! France! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Greenwood. First quarter of an hour gone. Goes for the shot!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping. England are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Nice looking ball. Now it's Olise. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Ekitike clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Dixon. Now it's Rashford. France are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Oh, nicely intercepted. Knocks it into space. Mbappe! Alexander-Arnold. To Greenwood. That's a lovely, neat pass. Ekitike in acres of space out wide. Oh! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Oh, it's a brilliant effort, you have to say that. He clearly wanted to do it in style.
And he's had it nicked away. Rice. And it's Gerrard. Saka. That's Gerrard. Vieira gets a foot in here. Into the channel. Olise has it out wide and in space. Olise! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Gerrard.
England truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Chance to deliver.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Olise. Can he finish? It's a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
France are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
That has ended up in no man's land. Bellingham. Ekitike
has been indicated.
Now it's Doué. Oh, that's a key interception. Now who's going to be first to this? Mbappe! Oh, that was a brilliant... And the referee has signalled for half-time.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Please
well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
From today's match are now available.
We're on the move again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Rashford is fouled. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
That was travelling. Greenwood. Well, that looks a decent ball. Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Bellingham. And it's Rice. Gets a good foot in there. And here's Rashford. And he's being shifted off it.
Rashford really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, this looks sharp. Tomori promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Bellingham. He's picked his way through. Thuram demonstrating his defensive quality there.
They've got to be quick moving this forward. There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
And reclaimed it in a trice. And here's Rashford. Elise, whose purpose now is to complete a hat-trick. Looking for the run. He can run onto that.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Saka. Gerrard. Nicely spread. Now it's Greenwood. Big chance! They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, what has happened here? Great vision. And he's picked it up out wide. And this is great chance! Dispatched clinically. Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
After 66 minutes is number 8.
Shifting momentum, perhaps.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now. All of a sudden, this one's totally up for grabs.
And it's Rashford. Played out towards the right wing. He is through here. Threads one in. Pinches it off him. Rashford unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Makaleli. Now it's Elise. England have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. Now it's Mbappe. A probing pass. Elise. Elise, a dangerous raider down the right-hand side.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Takes a shot! And that really should have been that.
Mbappe really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
Substitution for England, number 10.
England can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Rice. Coming on the field.
Stood up well to him there. Elise.
Number 9.
Makaleli.
Beckham.
And he welcomes it in. Tries a shot! And it's in! And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
So the lead now is 2.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Pete.
Oh, shooting chance! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And he scores! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
England cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Now it's Olise. Makalele. And it's Doué. Lovely, now then.
France nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Greenwood.
There will be
That's
3
going
minutes
wide
added
left.
time.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Makalele kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Alexander-Arnold. Saka. To Gerrard. Over to the right flank. Aims beyond the defence. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined. Heady ambitions here, ahead of a game of massive consequence. The objectives are clear. To miss out on them would be unthinkable. The instantly recognisable Signal Iduna Park, one of Europe's most unforgettable stadia. So we're up and running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
This guy, João Cancelo, will be key, Peter, I think. OK, he might not be the strongest defensively, but his pace, his crossing, the creativity he shows higher up the pitch, all of those are second to none, especially the way he exploits those half spaces to find telling passes. It more than makes up for the odd defensive wobble.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Adams cuts out the pass. Bellingham, laid out to the left flank. It is a corner. England with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He leaps for it! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
And he stands tall, impenetrable. Bernardo Silva, and it's Vitinha. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Oh, outsmarting him this time. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Rashford. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. That's an imaginative pass. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. That has been slung wide. And he's managed to get free. And it's Bellingham. Can he finish? It's run loose. Oh, what has happened here? And that is headed for them. Getting up there! Oh, off the bar! Oh, he has stuck it into his own net!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. That is a great pick. Goes for a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
And a quick reminder today that parking in the area around the stadium is strictly forbidden. Please.
Well, it is only day one, but already there is a palpable sense of obligation right from the start. These teams know they cannot falter. Colours vibrant, songs... There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, they say that there's been a bit of a renaissance, Peter, at the number 10 position, and this guy, Çalhanoğlu, is one of the players who has really shone in recent times. He's not the quickest, but both his delivery and his distribution are consistently excellent, and once he starts finding spaces about 5 to 10 yards outside the box, he can be a real handful for any opposition.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Barella! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
De Bruyne. Oh, he's found support out wide. Brilliantly cut out. Çalhanoğlu. Okafor. That is good progress on the left. Oh, nicely intercepted.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the water.
Shot, surely! Same again, same outcome.
Milan really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Just eases him off the ball. Neither side yet able to find the net. Rafael Leão. Rafael Leão going face-to-face with his great rival. He's found a way through. Chance for a shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Costa Curta. Rafael Leão. De Bruyne. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Good chance here! Superb from Çalhanoğlu! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! You just know there is no stopping that.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
A moment to savour for all of us. Lined up on the start line, their eyes fixed on the prize. It is the ultimate calm before the inevitable storm. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway. Two tribes going toe-to-toe. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference? Big chance, great chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Forced to go back. And it's Davids. Good take, and is he in? He's having a shot! Again, a brilliant save.
Okafor really can't believe it. Foiled by the keeper again.
And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, well measured. And Batistuta! That's going right the way across. Barella. Rafael Leao. That's a good run down the left. Barella. And it's Davids.
That was lovely, that.
To Calhanoglu. Now it's Batistuta. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Well, now here's a good battle. Bicep to bicep. Calhanoglu! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
Threads one in, and he was quick to react. Zanetti. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. And it's Calhanoglu. Costa Curta. That's going wide left. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Cafu, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And the pass is intercepted. Davids. Calhanoglu. It's Calhanoglu! It's anyone's. Oh, he's been caught napping. And that's a throw-in. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
That's an imaginative pass. Serginho is wide and looking to get onto this. Barella. It's a really well-measured ball. Calhanoglu. Good chance here! Well, the contact was true enough, the aim wasn't quite.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Crossed into the box. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And here's Openda. This looks promising.
Oh, sweet feet.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Openda. And he's only too happy to take that back. And it's Davids. Pulisic.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And no, that was never going to make it. Rafael Leao powering forward here. Pass is just off target.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
There's the header! No, not the best of headers. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Strong running down that left flank. Now it's Barella. Barella! Pulisic. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Serginho. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And that's been won straight back. Barella makes... He'll try from distance! Picked out brilliantly. Look at the it's Çalhanoğlu! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And a terrific save from the keeper.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
It's their second corner of the game. Barella. And it's Serginho. Oh, that's clever. And the whistle goes for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. The midway point of the game.
Milan certainly have plenty of positives to take from that first half, especially the way they were able to turn it on in the last few minutes. I can see them coming out with more menace, more meaningfulness after the break, as momentum is definitely with them now.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. So straight into the second half.
Milan are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
And here's Openda. Pulisic. Cafu.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Well, that's been cut out, well played. Çalhanoğlu. Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao running at top gear. Çalhanoğlu. And it's made its way to him. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Rafael Leao unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That's the keeper's ball. Inter Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Batistuta! And how good was that? He's got himself an absolute peach. How they've waited, now they have it. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious... Takes a shot! Oh, some inspired defending there. Milan have their third corner. Punched away. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And it's Barella. Your impression so far, Jim?
Milan are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. He's looking wide. Now, can they get him away? Nice interception, well timed.
That's good pressing, it's really squeezing everything. Barella really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Too long, and over the line. Inter Milan choosing to make the first change, and the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, I think it's time for fresh legs. Looks like a popular decision as they're going all out for this now.
Rafael shoots! It's run loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here!
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
De Gea breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Just about up to 75 minutes. Nicely weighted ball. Shapes to shoot! And again! He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Dybala. Ederson. That's a sharp pass. Barella has created one goal already.
Inter surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Goes down, but nothing given. Chiellini gets over and intercepts. Milan very much running into the last chance saloon.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
Real chance! And that could have brought them level.
What a chance. It looked to me like he just changed his mind at the last second there.
Numero 14. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Dybala. Cafu. Really fierce, close defending.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And it's Çalhanoğlu. Reinders. Chiellini gets across to intercept that. Played out towards the right wing. He's shifting through the gears here. Pulisic, crossed into the middle. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And the number on the board is 3. Cafu, looking to play him in. Spread neatly. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Çalhanoğlu. The end time is up. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end. Heady ambitions here, ahead of a game of massive consequence. The objectives are clear. To miss out on them would be unthinkable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, we're on the way. Pride, tradition, the game neither dares lose.
It's always a pleasure to see Paolo Maldini take to the pitch.
So would say anyone who understands the defender's art.
Well, bias comes easy for me when we talk about one of the greatest pros. He exudes calm, elegance, intelligence, an Italian.
Good chance here! That's a little off target. And he's let fly! And that will sail harmlessly past.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
Now that looks a decent ball. That's a nicely shaped ball. Openda! Superb from Loris Openda! A finish of true class! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Milan penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
And he's managed to get free. He's being urged to shoot. And that is expertly dealt with. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. That's a shade optimistic. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Ibrahimovic showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Okafor, knocks it into space. It's Ibrahimovic! Rafael Leao. Platini, and the finish! He's got away with one there. Pinches it off him. Van Basten. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Played out towards the right wing. Nicely weighted ball. Can he get it through? Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, that's well spotted. That has been slung wide. Tries to play it through. Davids. And they're quick to get it back. Chance here to counter. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now, can they get him away? He's a sharp little ball here. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Oh, no joy this time. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
Oh, it's Van Basten. Nicked it back promptly. And shifted it to the flank. That has not gone well. Not the most accurate pass. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Swung over. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
That is ended up in no man's land. Pass somewhat off target. And this is Ibrahimovic. Spread out to the left. Ibrahimovic is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That is good alertness. Caught offside that time.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Distributed tidily. Well, that pass isn't the best. And this is Ibrahimovic, looking to play him in, and he's worked it through. Ibrahimovic! Now, who's going to be first to this? Here comes the corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Pullet moves short. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. It's a pretty loose pass. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Çalhanoğlu, he does have an assist to his name, but they've got it again. Rafael Leao.
Il quarto uomo indica 2
Smartly
minuti di
reclaimed. Ball's gone out of play. The final seconds now. Cannavaro engages and forces him off the ball. And the referee says that is that for the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Milan up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Milan just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good.
È possibile vedere la piantina dello stadio.
So right back into the action. Milan currently ahead by the smallest of margins. And the shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today. It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Oh, easy pickings there. Not the most accurate pass. Great vision. Okafor, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. It's Van Basten! Rafael Leao. And he cuts out the supply. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Looking for options for movement.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Nice looking ball. That has not gone well. Oh, this looks sharp. Aimed beyond the defence. And it's DiMarco. Now it's Okafor. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's superb.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Well timed, excellent interception. It's played through for him. Now it's Okafor. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Okafor receives it in a wide position. Looking for the run. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Pass is just off target. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Chiellini calmly anticipates. Di Lorenzo gets over and intercepts. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Milan have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
DiMarco. Barella. Platini is the team's great visionary. Oh, a delicate chip through. Now it's Van Basten. Platini tries a shot! It's in! There seemed no way back, but they are level.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Numero 7.
Inter Milan restore parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Rafael Leao. He's got away. Threads one in. And claimed it back swiftly. Barella. Great pressure, plenty of it. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Di Lorenzo gets his final warning.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's...
Chance for a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Another one of football's and how moments.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Rafael Leao! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. That has been cut short. Rafael Leao, he's had a shot! Rafael Leao, that is wonderful! A finish right from the top draw. And that takes him up to 30. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Milan leading now.
Oh, that's tremendous. They've shown it again and again in this competition. They'll fight to the very end. You have to admire them for their spirit. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. And no surprise, that's a booking. Well, looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 10.
Ah, now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Yeah, I think he's trying to stay one step ahead of his opponents here, maintain the upper hand, so to speak. I can see that.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 77, il numero 27, il numero 30, il numero 3, il numero 28.
No, that was never going to make it. And it's Barella. Tries to pass it through. He's in a great position. David! Goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very... So we're all back together again, fresh still in our minds, those memories, the unbelievable highs, the unforgettable lows. And as the sides return to cross swords for the first time again, we just remind ourselves of the magic of this game. This is what it does to you. It keeps bringing you back, no matter what. Terrific effort! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Now it's Mbappe. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Brazil have produced some of the best centre-halves around, and I think Militao is up there in that lineage, Peter. He's very quick and aggressive, and while he does have the odd mistake in him, or certainly did in his early...
And he shoots! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. And that's definitely not his best. Dixon. And Jamal. McAllister. Knocks it into space. Jamal looking to receive it in space. Eder Militao getting this one clear. Oh, he's having a go!
Up to the occasion here, he just loves being out there amongst it.
Gerrard with the short one. Gerrard delivers. Cleared without hesitation. And now they can spring out of defence. He's in one-on-one. He's beaten, and the shot! And it's there! And there is your opener. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Madrid have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Fran Garcia is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning. Fran Garcia is there, and he can get that clear. And that's been won straight back. That'll be a throw-in. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Cannavaro. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's Diaz. Barcelona are behind here, despite their domination of possession. Camavinga. That has been slung wide. Deflected behind for a corner kick. They've played it short. And no, he's seen through all of that. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet. Vinicius Junior really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Davids. Gerrard. 30 minutes gone. Distributed tidily.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Camavinga, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Dixon threads one in. Now it's Yamal. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Fran Garcia.
Barcelona certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
He's found space here. Oh, nice touch. It's a goal kick. Chiellini. It's Vinicius Junior. And it's Davids. To McAllister. That's a good ball out wide. Now it's Yamal. Showing good feet. Out towards the flank. Crosses it in. Oh, great leap! No, not the best of headers.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Camavinga. Brahim Diaz. This looks promising. That's going wide left. McAllister is always scanning the pitch for targets. Cannavaro. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Barcelona unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really...
Takes a shot! It's a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Eder Militao. Brahim Diaz. Oh, that's fabulous. Great vision. Mbappe is onto this. He's cut it out. Vinicius Junior. Referee's given a throw.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Brahim Diaz. Aimed beyond the defence. Just about up to the hour now. And here's Mbappe.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Out of play for a throw. Albert Ferrer. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He's got away. Vinicius Junior stood his ground strongly. Bellingham. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Camavinga. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He's in plenty of space here. It's a promising position.
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Vinicius Junior running with intent. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Bellingham did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. No, he's not getting past him there. Brahim Diaz. And it's McAllister.
Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head.
Spread to the right.
He is through here.
Oh, cracking ball. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Drogba. Now, can they get him away? Valverde. Oh, no question, that's a foul.
Oh, no messing about, it is red.
Barcelona are down to 10 men.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 18, el dorsal 15 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 6, el dorsal 3.
Militao.
Cambio de jugadores.
Camavinga. And he's lost his man here. Gerrard. Now Albert Ferrer. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's come to nothing. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Bellingham. Good ball, good take.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Dani Olmo! Another one of football's and how moments.
Well, it wasn't to be this time, but that should add to his level of confidence, something they can really do with at the moment.
Tries to get it clear. Can he get on the end of this? And he's certainly onside here. Carreras. Madrid clearly now in lead preservation mode. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Mbappe. Tries to pass it through. Now this could be a chance. Carvajal. Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold has got himself a free kick.
And he has shown him a yellow card.
Militao. Asensio. Fran Garcia. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Cannavaro pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Now it's Dani Olmo, and it's Albert Ferrer. That's the end. Barcelona were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle. It is our understanding that they've gone with a 4-5-1.
Well, the lone striker has to be prepared to do some of the work himself, but essentially he needs two of the three central midfielders to make runs beyond him and trust that the wide men can service the penalty box and make those link-up runs from out to in. He should get plenty of support with this setup.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Nicolas Otamendi. He's a fine defender, both in the air and on the ground, and a real tough competitor who loves a physical duel. He knows how to pick out a pass too, and he'd be looking to get his team moving forward as soon as any opposition attack breaks down. He often likes to step into midfield.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Barrero. That's destined for the flank. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Good ball, good take. Davids. Dixon. Now, what about a counter-attack? Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now this takes a shot! Goal! Benfica! And we have liftoff! That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Benfica have fired themselves in front.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And it's made its way to him, and he's lost his man here. He's in, must be. Can he finish? Now, oh, what? And the keeper couldn't hold it. Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Mbappe, played out to the left flank. He is through here. Real chance! That is decidedly lacking.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift. Barcelona are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Albert Ferrer. And he plays one through. Decent chance! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Benfica are doing very nicely, thank you.
I think there's been a great...
Mbappe! It's hit the uprights.
Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Barcelona really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
And it's been taken short. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's had it taken off him. Vinicius Junior. Gerrard. And he shoots! Same again, same outcome. Corner number 2 then. Engages and forces him off the ball. And he's heaved it away. That's really nicely played. And that has been knocked clear. Otamendi. Dahl. And it's Otamendi. Otamendi.
Vamos ter minuto de compensação.
That's the end of the first 45. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And we are back on the way.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
He's picked his way through, and the finish! And there's a goal! Just as they wanted it, just when they wanted it. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Just one in it now.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Davids, not the most accurate pass. He's a sharp little ball here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Barrero. Vinicius Junior. Over to the right flank.
Barcelona are still behind, but they've increased their level of interest here.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Chiellini gets a foot in here. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Mbappe running with the ball. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. This is a promising build-up. No way through. Now it's Mbappe.
Barcelona may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
Aimed beyond the defence.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Now he's off and running. Oh, that's a key interception. Has a look and plays it forward. He's on it. Can he get away?
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Great vision. He's in plenty of space here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Nice looking ball. Dahl. Well, that pass isn't the best. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Threads one in. Yamal gets into a good position.
Barcelona really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Barrero. Foot in. This looks promising. Tries to pass it through. Chance! And that's a tidy finish. And just like that, he's into double figures now. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
He's got away. Vinicius Junior. Araujo did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That'll be a throw-in. So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
It's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Shapes to shoot! That's put paid to the danger. In towards the back stick. Oh, good climb! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Dahl. That's Luca Bacchio. And the number on the board is 3. No, he refuses to take the bait. That has ended up in no man's land. Otamendi.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
So we're very much on the way now.
Pass somewhat off target. Swings it across.
Oh no, it's an own goal!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make a difference.
He's onside. Now it's Vinicius.
He's having a shot!